Swallows are still flying around, doing their thing, catching bugs. I think they got nesting on more eggs. I think they already hatched a few this year, hatched and raised, and now those are flying around now. I think. Yeah, they're swooping in here. Oh goodness, they're pretty active. I'm hiding behind a post so I don't scare them too much. Sometimes they see me though. And I just like to watch it. You go in. I guess, I don't know if they're feeding babies or what they're doing inside, but I think there was a bird sitting on a nest. Again, a couple weeks ago I saw some babies being fed. I think those are already grown enough and they're flying around now. I think they're sitting on another batch of eggs. That's what I think. Anyway, today I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna clean a path in the barn, or at the barn where the manure is. I'm not gonna load nothing up. I'm just gonna clear a path so I can walk through there easier. But before I do that, I'm going to take a quick check at the hayfield just to take a look at it, and then I'm gonna take a quick trip out to the big pasture and turn that north fence back on, because I noticed the gate hook was unhooked on the northeast corner when I was watching the video. I didn't notice it when I was driving through there, but I noticed it when I was reviewing the videos that I took that day. Okay, I gotta go. Nice day today, though. The rest of the week looks like it's going to be pretty nice too, but I don't think there's a big enough window to cut and bale hay because it rained yesterday. Hayfield's probably still wet even now, but it's sunny today, so it's a nice day. It's not too hot either. Headed to the hayfield, but I'm going to skip the drive over there. Well, I'm at the hayfield and it's not cut. That's why I was going to check. I thought maybe they got a small window, but like I said, with that rain yesterday, the ground's still a little bit wet. I'm still going to take a look at the hayfield though. It's ready to cut. The weather's not cooperating. It's too wet. Too many chances for rain. I'm gonna try something a little different today. I haven't done this for a while. Can't remember the last time I did it this way. Normally I just do a drive-by, but you can only see what's at the headland. Now you can see all the green, darker green switchgrass in there. Yeah, I wish I had more of that stuff growing in here. Yeah, anyway, that's a warm season grass. The fescue is ready to cut. It's going to seed. Starting to head out, but I said if the weather ain't, if it's too wet, it's too wet. They'll cut it when they can. And if their seeds are in the hay bales, they'll eat the seeds then. Anyway, yeah, this way I can see more farther back. Yeah, that building back there is where the neighbor lives, and he's the one who rents the rest of the farm, or some of it. Besides me, I only rent this 20 acres. Yeah, looking good now. Looking good. But it's only fescue, so. I think somebody's coming down that road. Yeah, somebody's coming. Looks nice when the wind's blowing. The grass is waving at me. Okay, I better. It's getting closer. You can see where I sprayed along here. Did a good job. They don't have to get as close to the pole anymore. Okay, I gotta go. Okay. And I sprayed there too. Alright, that's it. You can see how high the grass is compared to my truck's bumper. Uh-huh. Yeah. The fescue. The seed heads. There's no seed falling off yet, but it's setting seed. Yeah, there's seed in there now. It's finished blooming, I think. I think so. Yeah, I think the seed's starting to form. Yeah, I think there's a seed just popped off right there. There's a seed. Uh-huh. What? I was wrong. The seed is loosening now. Yeah, it's got seed on it. But that's okay, it'll just reseed itself. I hope. Now I'm just standing on the ground behind the truck. Yeah. There's still some leaves at the bottom, but most of the energy goes into the. Oh, look at that grass is thick there. Most the energy goes into making the seed head. And once it goes to seed, it don't really need to grow it much anymore. Yeah, it did its purpose for the year, making seed. But it'll grow back as long as the weather don't get too hot. When it gets hot, it kind of goes dormant. Yeah, but it'll come back in the fall when it's cool. But if there's enough rain and it stays cool this summer, it'll grow back. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna head to the big pasture and hook up the north fence again. Field across the road has corn in it. Okay, let's go to the big pasture now. Check that out. Okay, I'm back at the house, but I'm not stopping here. Okay, I'm gonna head to the big pasture down there. Okay, now I'm at that big pasture. Well, been over a month since I locked the cattle out of here, and I'm going to keep them locked out until the hay's cut and baled and ready to haul here. And then when we haul, and to keep all the gates open on the pasture road and on top, I'm going to lock them in here with all this grass. That'll keep them occupied for a while while we haul the bales to the top. Wait, what happened? Oh, the wind. Yeah, I left that gate open, but I guess the wind, I think I can bump it. The wind must have blown it off. I have it on a little stone. Let's see if I can do this. I need to put that back on its stone. I gotta turn it off. Okay, I got it. I got it on a little stone, landscaping stone. But I guess the wind blew it off the other day. Oh, yesterday probably when there was a heavier, strong wind yesterday evening. Well, I don't plan on being up there very long, just long enough to hook up the fence and come back. So I'm going to take a chance and leave this gate open. So I'm not going to stay up there too long. Even though the cows are close, it looks like they're busy eating. We had about a little bit over 3/8, so there's some water in this puddle here. Hopefully they'll stay there until I come back. Road's not muddy, drains off pretty good. I probably should have locked them out of there, but like I said, it wasn't that much rain. Uh-oh, what's that? Oh, that's a shadow. I wonder what was below the gate. That's a shadow. Oh my gosh. And look, the shadow's almost straight under the gate, which means it's 11:30. Made me laugh at myself. Well, before I turn that fence on, I want to check something. I want to see if there's any water in this concrete thing I built. Where is it? Oh, I didn't want to run it over. What I expected. The water can't drain out. Won't hurt nothing though, I guess. The wood might rot faster, but it's treated, so eventually the water will evaporate, I guess. Of course, it was only 3/8 of. If we get an inch of rain, that box might fill up. I may have to drill holes on that lower end, on the right, on the left side, the lower end. Maybe the water can drain out if I drill a hole in the corner there somewhere, through the wood. But there's concrete underneath, so I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I should have thought of that and put a drain tube in there. Yeah, oh well, we'll see what happens later. This will be put in the bales, the first cutting on this side. Look at the cattle down there. I'm not leaving yet. I want to just make sure they're still down there and not headed toward the pond yet. Okay, let's hurry up and get this done before they decide to go by the bridge. Yeah, I got to put a fence up inside there so they can eat the weeds on this side too. Yeah, the corner up there, that's where the gates, the gate hooked there to keep the fence on the north fence hooked up. I guess the deer knocked it off, but I can fix that. I should have been looking closer when I drove through here the other day. Oh, nice and shady here. Yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a yellow gate hook hanging down. It's supposed to be up on the top fence to turn the whole fence on. But since I'm here, I want to check it, make sure it's working. Yeah, it's working. I got it hooked up again. Hopefully more secure this time. It looks like the cattle have been hanging around in this corner here. Yeah. I see a bunch of piles of manure, and you can tell where they were laying down. Okay. Let's go to the other side. Whoa, what was that? Hey, elderberry. How about that? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll plant elderberries along here if I can get some seed. Cut these trees down and let the elderberries grow on this dam, because it looks like the cattle don't get up in there and eat them. So that's good. Anyway, I have something I want to do while I'm up here. I could do it down by the bridge, but I'm gonna do it here. Come on, get up there. I want to cut these down real quick. Check something else too. There's a couple more there, but I'm gonna dish this up eventually this summer. I just want to get that big one out of the way. I'm gonna check the south fence too. I know the north fence is okay. The south fence is working good, and so is the north fence. I checked earlier. Yeah, when I disc up these weeds over there, I'll disc that area up too. Because by then there's going to be some weeds growing. Oh, there's another gypsum. There's all these gypsum weeds in here. Yeah, I'll just call this up. I hope the cows didn't go down to the pond yet. Where are they? Uh-oh. They disappeared on me. God, I hope they didn't get out. I left the gate open. I knew I should close it. Okay. If they went to the pond, I just hope. Oh no, never mind. I'm okay. Just over there. I didn't count them, but I think they're all there. I need to keep an eye on them. The dark cow in the middle, not toward me, but farther back, and the white cow on the right. Those are the only two that need to have a calf yet. Well, at least they're out. At least they're still eating, so that's good. Okay. Now we can go back to the house. And I think I'll just drive to the barn and save me some walking. I already got the tools I need in the truck. For forking and shoveling manure. That's what happens when you raise cattle. You got manure to deal with. Water's up a little bit from that rain yesterday. 3/8, almost a ½ inch, a little bit over 3/8, but not quite a ½ inch. Okay. Well, it helps the pasture grow. Helps the grass grow. I thought I was recording from the bridge, but I wasn't. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Just talking to myself then, like I am now. Guess I'll put that gate back up. Because I have to open that gate. Okay. Guess I'm ready to shovel some manure. I'm just going to pile it up. Hello, cows. Resting under the shade. I guess they've been eating on that hay bale, so they're not hungry for grass. At least I'm in the shade. But I'm working. That's good. You're gonna keep me company while I'm working out here? Huh? Yeah, maybe you will. Oh, I know what you want. Not right now. I've got work to do first. Okay. Just relax in the shade while I work. For you guys. Plan is, I've done this before a few years ago, and that's the manure I put in the garden a few years ago. I was gonna haul that one out. There was some old manure there. Most of it was a big pile, but now it's knocked down since the cattle were in there for so long. They knocked most of it down. Some of it's still there in the pile, but most of it's been scattered and mixed in with the newer manure. So my plan is to shove this stuff up there. There's not much manure here. It's just most of that ditch grass that I picked out of the ditch, of course, after it was cut, and I'm going to throw all that over that way. And my plan is to try to go around that pile there and take all this stuff in here up against the fence until there, and then throw it all over there into a big pile against this side. So when I do haul the manure out, other manure, I can back my trailer in right in there. Then I can haul that, dump that onto the trailer, and then by fall, the big pile I put over here, or maybe two piles, I'll make one pile on each side of that big post in the middle. Where is that post in the middle? Oh, there it is. Yeah, from there, I'll leave that open all the way down so the water can drain out. But I'll have a big pile here and a big pile over there. And then I'll have a pile over there too that I'm going to take out eventually. That's the oldest stuff. But it'll have some of the new stuff mixed in with it. But before I do any of this, I got something to do in the barn first. Ahead of yourself there, aren't you, boy? Uh-huh. The tools I'm going to use. Yes, a good place to start is right here on the concrete. That's a start. A lot more to do. We both can't be in here when I'm doing this. Which means, you know what it means, you'll have to get out. You know where you came in, don't you? Come on, back out. That's it, back up. Keep going. Keep going. A little more. Okay, that's enough. I gotta get a pitchfork clean. I can't close this door yet. I don't need them anymore, but I'll just leave them there. It ain't hurt nothing. I don't want to mess with that yet. A little bit too wet, but I'm going to throw some more stuff on top of it, though. But I need to clean this area. I'll start from back there and along this wall here. I already cleaned that little bit there. Bit along there and back there. Throw it all this way. Eventually, it's all going to wind up out there. And then I can close that gate right here, or when I pen these cattle up to spray them for flies. One of these days. That's it, go around. Yeah, that's what I want to clean from here back. This stuff's dry in here because it don't get rained on. Stop talking about it, start shoveling. I left this door open and he found his way in. I gotta get him out before he tears something up. The tub there still had some corn in it. But I gotta get him out. Maybe I'll let him clean it a little bit. You don't have to come in here no more. You can go in there and eat corn when I give it to you. But if I don't give it to you, you don't get it. But he's cleaning that up. Let's see what he's got in there. Oh, there's hardly anything. You can get out now. Come on. Hurry before the cow comes in. That's it. Just wide enough for him to come through. Sorry. My mistake. Okay. Let's get something done here. Okay, let's go. I'm going to throw it all out there. What are you hanging around the door for? I got to put my phone in, charge it for a minute. All right, back up. Back up, back up, back up. I don't trust them. Okay. Oh, it's hot inside that barn. There's no wind. There's a breeze out here. It feels good. So I came out to cool off. I'm not quite done with that small pan, but I'm getting there. I had to take a break. Everybody else went under in the water at the tree, but not this one. She's still resting here. Okay. Go back to work. Well, I got it all cleaned up except this one. I piled it here because I had to dig it out of there and I can't throw it around the corner, so I threw it all over here, clean that up, and this side. All this here I threw out there Then all this here I threw there. Now I gotta throw this out there. Oh boy. I'm getting there. I got the pen done, and then Red was close. I tried to get him to come into this pen here, but of course Whitey took over. I thought Whitey was in the water, but I guess it came up. But I wasn't looking. Anyway, I got this pen done. I got the gate closed. Had a hard time getting it, scraping it across there. So too high, but it's done here. I fed him corn here, and I thought Red would go in the other door. But Red didn't go in the other door. He went around just like he did. Following the leader, I guess. I didn't use the tub, I just put it in there. Now the Highland cattle are eating it. Red, I think that's Red there. If I can get Red to go around the other side, I'll feed him corn in his pen. I just cleaned. Let's see if I can get him to follow me. I got Red to follow to come out here. The other cattle are in there. I'm not used to holding my phone with my left hand. Now I'll get him. I got him out here. Now I gotta get him. Follow me. Come on. Come on. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Red. Red, come on. Come here, Red. Come on. You want some more corn? My arm's getting tired. That's it. Come on. Okay. Keep following me. That's it. Keep following. I'm gonna get him in the barn. Come on. Come on. A little farther. Come on. Hurry before the others come. Come on. I'm at the door. Oh, don't be afraid. Come on. Come on. You like the corn, don't you? Come on. Stick your head in here. Oh, he's trying to pull the bucket back. I guess you don't want to come in. Come on. That's it, smell it. The white one has no problem coming in here. I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. There. Come in. Come in. Come in. I almost had him. The old Whitey showed up and chased him away. I almost had him in here. I gotta go feed the white one again. I had to sacrifice a little extra corn to get him to come in here again. So I was able to get him in here where I wanted him without the white one interfering. And now I did it. So I was just letting him in out of the bucket. When he's done in that bucket, I'm gonna put some feed in that. I got a couple tubs there. They're breaking my boards. And they're all busted because See that big one down there, 2x6 down there? I had to replace that one because the carpenter bees, I may have to replace all these with a 2x6. I cut them all at an angle. I cut those I used 2x4s first, but then I guess after the carpenter bees did their work, hollowing them out, 2x4 cut on an angle is not very big. So if they bust them up, I'll have to replace that. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. I don't really feed this kind of hay, the square bales anymore, with the round hay, but I'd like to bale some more square bales again someday, if I ever get around to it. Yeah, it's a lot of work getting the baler ready and getting the hay rake ready. And I cut my own, I'd have to get the sycamore ready. Those 3 machines. And then I'd have to, since I don't have nobody to drive the tractor for me, I still got one good hay wagon there. At least fill up one wagon. I'd like to plant some alfalfa again someday, even if it's just a little bit. I'll think about it. Like I said, getting all the equipment. I got the time now for getting the equipment ready. It hardly pays to do it for just one load of hay. Yeah. Well, anyway, I can still fix the manger up in case I want to buy some square bales. There's them birds. I think they go up in there. Somehow they go into that eave, the crown of the roof, and they sneak in that way. I don't hear any carpenter bees today. I would think that there would be plenty of them flying around. Maybe I just can't hear them because of the cattle making so much noise. I got another tub here. I'll put some corn in there for this red one. He was eating out of my bucket. I was holding the bucket, so that's good. He's still eating out of there. I'm supposed to be shoveling manure, but they're shaking this whole manger. I'm trying to clean up all the crumbs. This thing ain't really designed for horn cattle. Okay? That's what they did down there. They tore them up. I never did fix those. Hey, you can't bother the Red Bull now. I got you to come in here again. Yeah. Still got one hay bale in here. I don't need to feed it now. I just keep it in here as a spare. And that wagon there, that's an old hay wagon. It's got one flat tire on it, and this one's got one flat tire on it. But that's the grass clippings from my lawnmower from 2024 that I cut when the Highland cattle were down at the big pasture during that summer. Yeah. I always had to mow everything. And I used some of it for the garden last year, 2024 also, and I'm going to use some of it this year. Once the lemongrass starts growing better, I'm going to put some around all the lemongrass. Okay, back to him. I think I'm going to chase him into the pen. Best way to do that is to take his bucket. Come on, give me your bucket. And we'll put it in here. That's it. No, come on. Don't challenge me. Come on. You gonna let you need to use? Do I need to use my stick? Okay, you asked for it. Okay, stick it is. Huh. There. There, you got some corn in here. Right here, boy. Over here. Oh, come on. You got a brain, don't you? All right, good boy. I'll let you eat that for now. I may have to feed you separate from the white bull because he's with you. He hogs it all. Some more manure to move around out that way. At least I'm still in the shade in that area. Go ahead, eat. I'll let you out after you finish eating that. I'm gonna have to start getting them in here by himself somehow. I don't know how I do that with the white one in here. The white one always wants to be the first one to come in. See, there he's out there now looking. He's looking how to get in here. Are you full? Still got corn. I think he just wants to get out now. I'll leave him in here for a while. That's it. Go ahead, finish eating that. Then I'll let you out. You must be full. They're still trying to clean up those crumbs of corn. Nice breeze out here. Even though the sun's shining, it feels good. The sun's probably hot, but it feels good out here. Yeah, I need to do something here. I either need some rock in here or some concrete. I extended that concrete out, but I don't know why I didn't do that one. But I could fix that, because that's real soft there. Probably from all the overflowing water that I had from there. It made it real soft, and the traffic going in and out. That's real soft there. I need to dig out the soft stuff and put in some concrete like I did over there. It's like a ramp right there. Because sometimes it's hard to back, and the trailer is going to be hard to back in there too. But before I haul anything away, I might get some more concrete put in there as a ramp. Oh, but not today. Today I'm just going to move the manure back that way and that way, except for that corner back there. I'll leave that there, because when I haul manure out, I'll haul that first. The first thing I need to do is push all this back that way, and then once I get it back there, then I got to pot it up off to the side. I thought about using a wheelbarrow, but I'll just keep forking it. Changed my mind about the rock, at least not this year. I don't have to drive in there that often. So I decided to put that green going on in there. The green grass in that low spot. It'll at least lessen the bump that I have to drive across when I hit the concrete. It's a cushion. Then I clean the areas on both sides. I have to do something with that one in the middle first, but I think I'm going to let it dry out. That stuff is pretty soupy. Let it dry out. It'll get lighter when it's dry. Cattle already using my cleared areas. Now I'm going to put clear an area along that fence there, on the outside of there. Coming in the heat again? You're coming in the heat again. You're not doing your job very good. You keep after her. Yeah, well, I'm going to pin them up in that pen there. Give them some corn in there, let them all hang out in there, and I'll spray them all real good. Especially him, or just get him first. The Highlands don't really seem like they're bothered by the flies as much. Just him. And maybe him too. See, I hardly see any flies on them. You're not as mean as you used to be. I guess that other bull taught you something, huh? Anyway, I got some more digging to do. Put him out first. They're just going back down in the water. There's both falling there. I'll have to keep an eye on her the next few days. Boy, you cleaned it up. Oi, don't get tangled in that string. Oh, he went out. He's going out with you with the others. Yeah, now they got a cleaner place to walk. It's going to take me a few days to clean this stuff up. Supposed to be drier this week. I don't know if the guy cutting my hay is going to decide to cut this week or not. It's going to be a short drying season. If he cuts today, he's only got 3 days of drying. Maybe 4 Saturday. Saturday may not. Only a slight chance of rain on Saturday. But today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those today and past 3 days past are supposed to be less chance for rain. Below 10%, put it that way. Saturday it goes up to around 24. So if they cut, they cut. I won't stop them. They know what they're doing. But I'd say they're gonna cut the better quality hay for their other customers first, like alfalfa, something that I don't know if they get paid more, but something that is more valuable after it's baled for the customer anyway. I only got grass hay, so mine's not that important. And it's a small pot too, only 20 acres. So I'm sure they have other people they cut and bale for that have a lot more acres than me. Okay, let's go back to work. I'll show you what I'm going to clear. I want to clear this stuff out here from that gate, at least over to where this post is, so the water can have a chance to get out. And everything I got over there and here, I need to pile it right in there. I'm not going to do nothing with this, but from this post, maybe a couple feet wide, and around this post, I want to dig it and throw the manure this way and that way. I have a pile here and a pile there. And then I'm going to try to pile up over there some of it, because most of that is knocked down from the big pile I had there last fall. But all this in here, on the edge, I'm going to throw it over here. Here, and I'll leave it a path from there to about here. Anyway, I need to go to the house. I got to get some refreshments. I'm hot. It's hot in the barn, but it's cooler out in the breeze. Okay, I gotta go. Got this much done. I'm going to do today. I got some paths made for the water to flow out as it drains out of these piles here and there. I also clean out over there, and a path there, and on down the middle. And I clean that too. I'll probably come back and do some more tomorrow. This stuff is too wet to haul on a trailer or anywhere. It needs to be dried up a little bit. I clean around these posts so they dry out because they're starting to rot. Small pen cleaned out, piled up outside. clean that up there and here. Made a big pile there. It's going to be rotten during the summer, but it'll still be pretty fresh by fall. Uh-oh, look who's coming. Look at the flies on him. Yeah, I'll have to get him penned up in there when I feed him and mix some spray up. Give him a little fly relief. See, they prefer to follow the path if I give them one. I didn't do none here because that's dry, mostly dry in there. You thought you were going to get something, huh? No? You already had some today. Yeah, I'll clean this too so they come in. Eventually I'm going to pile that stuff up over there. And that up over there too. Because I got enough here. The stuff back in there, there's little piles there, and as I knocked it down, they went down to the gate. So most of that is old enough to put around trees and stuff. But the stuff in this area here, it got mixed in. That old stuff got mixed in with the new stuff. So I may have to find another place for that, and that too. But I got to get a path made for my trailer first. The water's already finding it's leaking out of this where I'm standing. It's leaking out. Because the gutter falls about right under in this area. The gutter falls. It leaks a little bit here and there. I think what I did last time, if I remember right, I dug a trench along underneath the gutter so the water could drain out instead of soaking into there. Yeah, I had a trench along here and along there. I'll do that last. That way if any water drips down from the gutter, it can leak out faster. All this dirt that's got pushed out here, that's all from that pile there. The good stuff. The old stuff. I had it all piled up. I was going to haul it out this spring, but the cattle wore it down. And look what they did to my fence. I got to straighten that. Once I clean all this up, I got to straighten that up too. Probably drive them posts in a little farther. I don't think they're bent. I think they're just leaning in the ground. I got to straighten them up and then pound them in a little bit with a sledgehammer. But to do that, I need a truck so I can stand on it because those are tall posts. I need to get the truck real close to it. So, fixing the fence, I'll have to wait. Anyway, they got a path to go through here. They were walking through here when I was working. They were walking through there, so maybe they'll go through there now. Yeah. Oh well. Like I said, all this dirt that's came out here, that's all that good stuff, so I'll probably pick all that up too. One step at a time. Yeah, I gotta clean all this out here because I gotta be able to back the trailer up into here. I don't know, maybe I won't use this over here. I'll just leave that the way it is. Right around there, I'll throw all this stuff over to there, make that a bigger pile. Yeah, because that's all fresh stuff. Yeah. Okay. A nice breeze coming up the hill here, or from up this side. Yeah, feels good with my sweaty shirt. Cattle are all the way, I think they're in the pond or something. Yeah, these two piles are going to be sitting here a while. They got all summer to rot. Yeah, this here might be a little bit okay. All this in here, and like from there up, that's where I had the pile. But then they started walking on it. Like from about here, and where that trench is, from here, I'll throw all that on top of there. Yeah, and all that's going on there too. And I'll probably throw that part all this goes on there, and all this goes on there. And they still got some hay to eat too. But it's a start. It'll help, those trenches will help to let the water drain out and help dry this up. Supposed to be less rain this week, but rain again next week. Yeah, I'll have to pin him up sometime and mix some fly spray up and spray him while he's pinned up. There's cattle under the shade tree again. Yeah. Cleaned the small pen out and threw it all out here. That was kind of dry, but the stuff outside was wet. So this, I'll just leave it there. Clean that out. Clean a nice path there to let that. The stuff in there is not wet because it don't get rained on, but I want this stuff here to drain that way. And there's a gutter. When the gutter leaks in different spots, it'll help. I'll have to put another trench along the back side there, right under there where the gutters are. Watch where I walk. Almost fell backwards into a pile. Yeah, when they come through here now, they can walk in that path. They'll mess it up, but at least they'll have a better place to walk. Okay, I guess I did enough for today. It might be a little drier by tomorrow. What you guys waiting for? I think I'll pen him up there with the white bull. Spray him too. These girls don't seem like they have much flies at all, hardly. I hardly see any except on their horns. And even then it's not very much. I think she might be coming into heat again. I forgot to mark it down. At least I was in the shade most of the day, so that's good. I know it's not so muddy here when I drive up. When I get the tractor in the trailer. Yeah, I gotta get some fly spray for them. Well, at least I got a better way to walk it. I don't have to walk through the slop anymore. Most of it's for me. I don't want to be walking in the slop. I can come out here without my boots on now, but I'll still wear the boots just to be safe. I don't know what time it is. Probably around 5. Time to stop. I'm tired. I ain't used to this much work. When I was a kid, though, at high school, we did a lot of this. Yeah, and Dad's barn did. Oh, I'm glad I put concrete in there when we built this shed. I made sure to put concrete because all growing up at the farm, Dad didn't believe in concrete. I'm the one who put concrete in, and when I came back from the Navy, maybe when I was in high school, but I know when I came back to the Navy, wherever we feed the cattle, I put concrete. Because I got tired of, because that's big when you use square bales or the very small round bales, you know, like a very small round bale. Even you can pick it up with 2 hands. Yeah, it was pretty small, about the same size as a square bale, small square. Anyway, wherever we fed cattle, it became like a soup, and then we had to clean it out, fork it out by hand, and it was always hard to fork. But with the concrete, it's so easy. It's a little easier. At least you have a place to stop. When we cleaned the barn out, Dad's old barn was a horse barn. With all the manure and the wetness, You always wind up digging too deep. You dig the manure out until you hit soil, but you always got more soil with it. So that's why the inside of the barn was, they got deep. Yeah, we had to do all that by hand. But that's how Dad grew up, so that's how he raised us. Dad farmed with mules, so that's what that barn was for. Horse barn, mule barn, whatever. Okay, but that's why I poured concrete here when we built this, because I didn't want to go through that mess again. Okay, let's go back to the house. I think there's one missing. Oh no, I saw a tail in there. There's a tail in there. She's got her head in there. There's nothing to eat in there, but she's just standing there. There. Oh, that's the young bull. That's the red bull. Should have fed him while I was in there, but oh well. It's okay. I'm going to be working on him now. I want to try to get him in there by himself instead of him. I don't need to feed him as much anymore. I need to start feeding him now. Everybody's here. There you go. You still got to walk on that thick stuff, don't you? Yeah, I said, well, all this stuff's going to be knocked down, and I'll have to clean them up tomorrow from where they were knocking them down and they walk on the edges. Yeah, even though they got lots of grass, they still like that hay. They had a taste of corn today. Yeah. I'm leaving my pitchfork and shovel out here, because I'm going to be working out here again tomorrow, unless something else comes up. But that's my plan. At least that pan's clean on the inside. Okay, let's go park my truck. Where am I going? I'm gonna leave it in the shade for now. Well, I got some time, so I'm gonna drive over to the hayfield again just to see if it was cut. I don't expect them to cut it, but if they do, that's okay too. I think they know what they're doing. Oh, I was right. I didn't expect them to cut it. The window for making hay was just too small, because there's supposed to be good weather this week, but they're starting next Sunday. It's supposed to rain again. Looks nice though. Yeah, it's going to seed. I found that out this morning. Looks nice when it's all wavy like that. Anybody come in? That's why I put them posts in there. I mean, yeah, the white ones. So I can make sure I don't run off the culvert there. Yeah. Well, when they cut it, they'll cut it when they cut it. Because I depend on them, so. I'm back. I think it's late enough I can check the mail. Renewable Anderson. Yeah, I get them once in a while. My windows are Anderson. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they keep sending this stuff to me. And I put them in myself. I'll open that gate after I park the truck. One of the reasons I keep checking the hayfield because sometimes they'll cut it without telling me, which is okay. But as soon as they cut it, though, I wanna take the truck over there, bring that disc home, so I can use it to disc up the top. Big pasture. I'll close that gate too, by the driveway. Okay, the gate's closed. Sun's high. Still, it's around 5:30 p.m. Our trees are really bushed out now. I cut about half of them off this winter, past winter. Sun was shining bright today, but it was comfortable. Oh, it did work up a sweat though. The air is cool. Look at that jet below the sun, headed southeast. Going somewhere. Oh, I'm tired, but I got something done. Time of the day when the garden's in the shade. I see some more asparagus plants that are leaning over. I should have trimmed them off a little bit. They're top heavy. There's my cat and two of her kittens. Oh, three of them. Should be one more. I'm glad she had kittens. She had two kittens last year, but she lost them both eventually. But this year she had them hidden for about 5 weeks, and then when I did see them, they were underneath that old recliner I got out there. That's the first time I saw them, when they were about 5 weeks old. If they were there the whole time, I sure didn't know it. But I'm glad I found it. Either she brought them up here or she had them there the whole time. I don't know. I looked everywhere for them, because I knew she had them on April 2nd. I could tell by one day she's got a big belly, the next day she don't. But I never did know where she had her kittens. Okay, let's go. I like that one. Looks like her. I could hear these two from inside the house. He must have been trying to ride her. Sounded like thunder. I think they were close to the south side of they're on the south side of the house when I heard them. And these guys too are here. Look how they hook my fence with their horns. Can you see me? Red's over that way. Red Bull. Yeah, I got that gate closed so they can't get out. They're still munching through here, so that's good. There's a lot that they don't eat, though. Eventually, I'll probably have to mow it, but I'm in no hurry. I'll just let them keep eating it. See what they do eat. I do have to spray the side of that hill there and the fence. Well, I got to spray all the fences. When I spray the fences, I'll spray that hill there, going down to the road, going down to the ditch, and the other side too. Like I said, I got to spray all the fences around the small pasture here, around here, everywhere. All the fences around here. I only sprayed one little fence there behind the house, from the mulberry down to the gate. Yeah. And I sprayed the ditch, but that's all I did. I need to catch up on all that spraying, weed spraying. I got some new weed killer, stronger stuff too, so I won't have to mix as much. One I was using last year, and I still have a little bit left, is 41% concentration, and the one I just bought is like 56 or 58%. So yeah, it's a higher concentration, which is okay with me. I have to use less, and then it'll last longer. At least I'm surprised that redbud's surviving. They're picking all the leaves off the bottom, but so far they haven't knocked it over or broke it yet. Punch away, girls and boys. Save me the trouble of mowing it as often. Yeah. Look at her shadow. Oh, she's eating. You too. You got a shadow. Maybe she's in heat. I think he's the one in heat, though. He just wants somebody to breed. Don't you, boy? Okay. Don't rub on those trees. I don't want to put a ring around these. I don't have to. But you rub it on them. Anyway. These are store-bought pears. The ones I got the ring around are the pears from the farm. That's it. Rub them. Okay. Okay, Mama Cat. She's coming over here now. There's the other one. There's not that much in here to eat, but they nibble on it. They like to roam around when they eat. That's it. Nibble some of that taller stuff off. I think there might have been some manure there. That's why they didn't eat it all. Okay. "7:55 p.m. Sun's getting low. I'm not going to wait for it to actually go down. It's going down slowly. Okay, that's all for today then. I've got some more manure to shovel and fork tomorrow. I'm just going to make 2 big piles. Well, 3. 2 big piles of the fresher manure, and 1 pile of the older manure, which I'm going to haul out soon once it dries up a little bit. All right, that's for tomorrow though. Oh, I got a text from the meat processor. They said that the hanging weight is 564 pounds. That's just the meat and bones. Yeah, that's without the head, without the hide. I guess they cut the feet off, and without the guts, intestines and stuff. The hanging weight, that doesn't. I guess the hanging weight doesn't include the liver and heart and things like that. Okay, I'm going to call it a day. False alarm. I was hearing a big machine running, or some equipment running over here, way over to the east, and I thought maybe they were cutting the hay. I don't think they would cut hay this late anyway. Sun's going down, or sun is down. But I had to come and check just in case they did. Yeah, they didn't. The neighbor was cutting grass there as I came around the corner though, so that's probably what I heard. But I sure sounded louder than a lawnmower, that's all. Sounded like a big tractor somewhere doing something. That sunset afterglow, that's nice. There's the road. I'm gonna head back to the house. But look at that. Sunset afterglow. The sun's already down. That is really nice. The grass. The neighbor there, he's cutting grass. This first house on the right. Oh, there are deer. There's a deer down there. There it goes. I see his head hopping up every once in a while. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He's down in that branch somewhere. Maybe he's hiding. I don't see him popping up anywhere. But he was down in there. The grass, neighbor's mowing his grass on both sides of the road. It's 8:20 p.m. There's one cow missing. The Red Bull's way back there. Now I'm done for today.